I'm going to do a quilt as you go sampler quilt. That was a suggestion from Donna, and I thank you for that. I think it's a much better idea than the cushions, which I'll put on hold for a while. I've top stitched this one block, and I've because the patterns are geometric, I've continued that with the top stitching. This is the type of top stitching I've always wanted to do, and it's perfect. I usually get as far as stitch in the ditch and think, oh, I can't go through this again, so I leave it at that. But this is just perfect. I think it highlights the pattern very well, the geometric pattern, and it's geometric in itself. I've been using a normal foot on it, and I lock stitch at the end of each piece. I think it's working quite well. I started off using white thread, and it looked dreadful. So I'm using grey, and it highlights it without being too obvious. I started using grey also on the back, and it wasn't a good idea, so I've changed that to white. So I'll put all the blocks together that are this size, or if they're a bit smaller and I want to use them, I can put sashing around them to make them fit. Now the next challenge is doing it quilt as you go. I've never done that before, so I'm going to have to look up a lot of quilt as you goes, see how I go with it, because it's just so much easier than doing a whole quilt. I'll never have a quilting frame, because I think I've just left it a bit late in life for that, so this is going to be it. So we'll see how we go with this. Thank you, Donna. These are some that I can use for this. It's going to be a pretty garish quilt. I think they should be interesting. A couple of them are duplicates of one I've done in different colours, but they'll still fit in, I guess. It's just a matter of laying it all out and seeing how it looks. I don't usually make big blocks like this, but I'm glad I've got these. I'm pretty sure there's enough for a lap quilt. And I've got a lot of these too, which can probably be a quilt in their own right. I can always do a few more. I've got a lot of these. What are they? 2x5 squares. I got over enthusiastic when I was making something and cut out far too many. So I can make that, maybe put it with going in different directions, like so, something like that. I've got a lot of smaller ones, so I can always use those for another quilt, but these are... I'm finding this very relaxing, it's great. And just the sort of top stitching I like. And so easy. I never thought I'd ever top stitch again, but with Quilt as you go, it's just so easy. And that's it. I think I like the light. I was doing grey, but I think the light it shows it up nicely. I'm seriously looking forward to my Quilt as you go adventure. I should have done it years ago. It's probably more my type of sewing. I've done so many quilts, I think about 10 quilts on a domestic sewing machine, and I think it's a nightmare. I don't know how people do it. I got as far as stitching in the ditch and couldn't take it any further, so that's been it. They've held up okay. There are 2 in this house that have been washed regularly, and they're fine just with stitch in the ditch, but to be able to do some nice top stitching would be wonderful. So I'm starting on my new adventure. Thank you, Donnie. It was your idea, and I think it's great. I've got so many blocks that I can use, and they're in different sizes. I want to see if I can do them without sashing. I would like to put them together without sashing. There's a couple of sites have mentioned no sashing, so I'll give it a go. I made a little block made a little set of blocks for a pillow, a cushion, and they look nice without sashing, so I'll check out the non-sashing ones and see how they go. These are some I'm going to frame. Someone wants them, so I'm going to put them in square frames. And this one, I like this. I don't know how I made it. I hope I've made a video of it because I don't have a clue anymore. But I rather like it. It would make a very interesting and very busy quilt. So they're going in square frames like this as gifts. This is how I'd like to do my quilt as you go, just all the pieces joined to themselves. I like it. I think it's great. I've just been thinking, you know, that we talk to each other or we message each other or whatever, but there's no real contact. I'd like to know what other people are doing, and if I put up an email address, if people want to send me images of what they're working on, I would love to put them up. I'll put it underneath the video, and you can contact me if you want to. Thank you. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.